You want to know where discipline comes from? It comes from telling yourself the truth about where you are, about what is going on in your life. You can lie to yourself and say that you're winning, and then you don't need discipline. But if you tell yourself the truth, that you know you could be better, you know you could do more, you won't have to find discipline. Discipline will find you.
Few are born with it. Most of us have to build it. Built by early mornings, empty roads, exhausting sessions, and hard work that feels unrewarding. But that voice inside that says do it anyway, because we trust that eventually the reward will come. From showing up when it's the last thing that you feel like doing, because feelings don't dictate your actions when you're driven. And success when others are watching comes from discipline when no one's watching. This is my daily discomfort in order to grow. And when it comes to growth, I'm far from done.
Doubt is only dangerous when you start doubting yourself.
One person with belief overrides 100 people with just intent. Intent is thought process, thinking, wargaming it, never putting a foot forward, never putting their face or their name to the fire. Belief is going after and figuring it out along the way.
Your biggest enemy, the most important conversation you will ever have in your fucking life is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it, eventually you're gonna act on it. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed, and you have to create it. It has to be false, because you're not it.
If this dream was planted in my heart for a reason, then isn't it my duty to work as hard as I can towards it? Whatever our souls call to, if we are not being insane about our dreams, then what the fuck are we doing here? Life is full of creating miracles for yourself. And if you are not going for what your soul calls to, it will go to voicemail. And you will stop getting dreams. And your soul will feel empty, and you won't understand why. It's because, motherfucker, you got a calling. You got a thing that you were meant to do in this life, and you're not doing it.
If you risk nothing, you risk everything. Risk is scary, but regret is terrifying. The safe harbor is an illusion. Your rewards in life rarely exceed your risks. Results, respect, resilience are all on the other side of risk. Be bold in the face of fear, never abandon. Take risks, and take what's yours.
Every time you have designed a goal for yourself, you have fallen short. You started looking for the short thing you need to tell yourself to let yourself off the hook from doing what it is you've always wanted to do. And then you're surprised that it doesn't fucking happen for you.
Phrase I always say, and this phrase needs to stick with you for the rest of your life. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. First is, are you done yet? Are you truly finished with what you came to do?
I'm tired, Alfred.
I ran a quarter mile and walked home. I walked home, sat on my couch and cried.
You need to love pain. Love it. You need to love it. If not, stay where you are.
The biggest mistake a person can do right now, no matter in which situation you are, is to give up.
What I've learned is to always keep going.
Everybody has a turn back moment.
You only lose when you give up. You don't start things and not finish them.
I should put the past behind me.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up.
It's much harder. It takes much longer than what people expect.
If your definition of success is win or lose, giving everything you've got and growing or learning along the way, then you're setting yourself up for success. I really think the biggest cheat code in life is just going after it and not being concerned of whether or not you fail at one specific task. Instead, understanding the big picture, what your long-term goal is, and knowing if you keep driving forward and never fucking quit, in the end you will succeed.
It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, man, I'm done. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder.
I will win, I will win, I will win. When that negative voice pops into your head and tells you that you don't have it in you, that you should give up and go back to your old ways, that you don't have any chance at succeeding, you must tell yourself that you will win, as conviction is one of the greatest powers that you possess.
But if you want to see if you're a brave person, what they call the 4 o'clock in the morning courage, wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody is mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says, nothing is going to stop me.
Life is a storm, my young friend. You will bask in the sunlight one moment, be shattered on the rocks the next. What makes you a man is what you do when that storm comes.
There's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or indifferent, because eventually that storm passes.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
Your failure, and then you're getting back up. The man who never fell has no glory. The man who fell and got back up, that's where his glory is. The man who fell 20 times and got up 21 times, that man has even greater glory.
You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. The thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen.
When you're afraid of something, you have to master it. That's how you start to overcome it. So what I realized, when I get to that point where I want to quit, everybody, they get to the point where they want to quit. This is what happens. The mind tells you, let's go home. This is not right. This is that. If you cannot answer the questions at that moment, because your mind's going to start giving you all these questions. And if you can't answer them, you're going to quit.
All about heart and spirit. And we can all have that. That's not a God-given talent. That's a muscle that builds with walking through the door of failure time and time again and keep getting back up. So I like that.
For that reason, a lot of people quit before it actually starts to happen for them. And the problem with that is that when those people buy into that and then they go out there and they get the face kicked in, they blame themselves. They say, well, I must have been doing it wrong, or I don't have what it takes. And that's just not true. You're just not understanding the game. The difference between what it actually takes and what you think it takes, for most people, is almost polar opposites. So you have to reframe your expectations into how hard it's going to be and how long it's going to take. And you have to focus on building yourself into someone who can accomplish that mission.
You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're gonna do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
I kept saying this to myself on repeat. There is no way, Mo, if you've worked this hard, that you will not be rewarded. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet. Keep going. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet. Keep going.
I'm clear on what this path is supposed to look like. And these rocks and these dragons are things that I'm going to have to slay along the way to get the princess or get the treasure.
I get happier about the harder it is because I know that no one else will follow.
The great expression of courage is to persist in the face of adversity, or to persist when things really get rough. To be able to pick yourself up and pick yourself up over and over again. And believe me, if you decide to go for the goal in your life, you're going to get knocked down over and over and over and over again. Every single week, you're going to have heartaches and disappointments and frustrations and setbacks and obstacles. But without those obstacles, no success is possible. You see, the only way we can be successful is if we develop momentum. And we cannot develop the momentum unless we are struggling with obstacles. And struggle with adversity goes hand in hand with all great success.